had the mic, but it was, you know, sitting up there. So I decided I'm gonna go ahead and put it on today. Hopefully you don't hear like a lot of scratching or anything like that. I'm really hoping that this will make things better, because I just didn't realize how loud it was in this car when I'm driving. So anyway, as y'all can see, I am on my way into work. I just wanted to come on and just chit chat with you guys for a little while. I don't know if you noticed, but last week I did a creator shout out, and there's another one coming. By the time you see this video, that the second one will be out. And I decided that I'm going to do the creator shout outs every week, and I'm just pulling random channels that I watch and doing a shout out that way. And this is just a way for me to pay it forward. I did start with my members, the ones who have actually joined my membership, and so I have a second one. Again, by the time you see this video, it would have already come out. I don't know what's going on in my throat this morning. I think it looks like Tuesday is the day that makes sense to do that. I have had a few little recipe videos come out. I've been kind of toying with the idea of doing a full cooking video, possibly a live instead of a pre-record. I don't know for sure. If I do that, it definitely would have to be a dish or a meal that is pretty quick to prepare, because I don't want the live, if I decide to go live, to be too terribly long. I do know that when Flavors by Dame Dash does his cooking videos, cooking lives, he just be going live and just be going in. And I think a few of the ones that I watched for him were like 3 hours. I don't want to do that, because I think I watched 2 where he did like Thanksgiving dinner. And so yeah, so I'm not really sure how I want to put that together yet, but as soon as I figure it out, you'll know, because I'll either be going live, scheduling a live, you know, making sure I have all my ingredients and everything, or I will post a pre-record and probably do like a premiere. So the only thing about, you know, doing a pre-record with premiere is that everybody may not want to stick around for the whole and watch the whole video during the premiere. Sometimes it's easier to just watch the replay for some people. I know, like when I have to drive in and people do premieres and stuff like that, a lot of times I miss them because I'm in the office. So that's something. But I have posted a few like videos with showing you how I make certain things. And drop me a comment below if you have a particular dish that you want to see me prepare. I will most certainly, even if I've never cooked it before, I will most certainly be willing to do that. Hopefully it's something that we eat. You know, I don't want to, because I don't do okra, and you know, it's some stuff I don't cook it because we don't eat it. But yeah, if you have a particular dish that you want to see me prepare from scratch, from start to finish, and then also tell me if you want to see me prepare this dish. Do you want a mukbang either in the video, or do you want to have me do because y'all know if I do a mukbang, it's a mini mukbang, because I can't eat that much. And I'm not 100% sure, because of my husband's work schedule, if he will be able to join me, because, you know, it obviously makes the video a little bit longer when he's in it, because the banter between us, but also because he can eat more than I can. So I basically stretch out my bites to try to match up to how long it takes him to eat. So that helps the video, you know, pull it out just a little bit more as far as time goes. So yeah, leave me a comment below about the dish you want to see me prepare. And then also include in your comment if you want to see a mukbang either with it or as a separate video. And as a bonus, if you have a channel, if you are a content creator, regardless of whether it is on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, if you are a content creator on any social media platform, be sure to include your channel name. So, and if you're a content creator on all of them, just put all of them down there. Put all of your channel names down there, and put it after your comment, because I definitely want to check out some new channels, and I'm so far behind on so much, and I'm talking about like entertainment type stuff, not things I really need to take care of. But me and a friend of mine was talking about like the shows and stuff, and when I start writing down all the shows that I used to watch, that I wanted to start back watching, or to check and see like if they're still on, I have like a whole page of shows that I need to either catch up on or start watching because somebody mentioned to me it was pretty good. One of the clusters that I started watching was the Chicago show. So it's Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, and Chicago Med. And I literally, when I tell you I only got a chance to see a couple of episodes in the first season, that was it. So I have to go back, and all three of those shows I have to start from episode 1, season 1, and watch forward. The other one that I started doing that, because I haven't started doing that with those yet. I started with 911, but now they have a 911 Lone Star, and I'm like, well, God, dog. So I have 911. I think I'm now up to like the middle of the season 2 on 911. And even though when I watched the episodes, the 911 episodes, I remembered, you know, a lot of what I was watching, I still want to watch them again because, you know, I don't know if you're like this, but sometimes when I watch shows or a movie or something like that, I see something in it the second or third time that I didn't notice the first time. So that's why I just decided it would be better for me to go ahead and just start from episode 1, season 1, to watch the shows, because there is absolutely no way that I would be able to watch these shows like from where they are now, because some of the stuff I wouldn't remember, you know, like what happened or the characters, you know, different stuff like that. And there's another show that I started watching, and me and a friend of mine, we went to the movies. She reminded me about this show. It just, like, the new season just started, and it's called The Cleanup Lady. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, that was a pretty good show. This is the second season. So I was like, oh, dang. I said, this is another one. I got to go back. And I remember watching it up to a certain point. So when I went back to watch season 1, they had done away, because I don't know if it was Netflix or Hulu, but one of those apps has it, but from episode 1 to episode 6 was gone. It was like, if you gonna start watching season 1 for this show, you have to pick up from episode 7, because 1 through 6 is just MIA. And then it said 7 through, I forget how many, wasn't going to be available for too much longer. So I started, I went ahead and I started from episode 7, but that was frustrating because I didn't even know, because I knew the main character was married, but by the time you hit episode 7, her husband's already in the United States. And I'm like, what the heck? What happened between where I left off in this episode? So that's why I like watching stuff. You know, if I haven't seen it in a while, I like going back to the beginning, because it's hard trying to follow some of these storylines and you missing chunks, you know, out of the show. You don't know where these people came from. Because I remember a while back, I was watching a television show, and this show I think must have went for like 12 or 13 seasons. And I had started watching it. I want to say I watched it all the way up to maybe the 5th season. And for some reason, and it wasn't because I didn't like the show. I think I might have just got busy or whatever. But for some reason, I stopped watching the show. Well, when I went back to watching the show, I was sitting there, I think it might have been like season 9 or something like that. And I was sitting there, because that was the current season that came out. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm just going to start watching it and just pick up, you know, where I left off, and I'll figure out what's going on because I know the characters. So I'm sitting there looking at the show, and I kept looking at my husband, and I was like, who is that? And then he was like, well, this is such and such a person. And I'm like, no, that's not. I said, did they completely change actors or something? It's like, because you know when these actors start out, like say for example Carl from Walking Dead, right? Well, you know he started out real young, but in that particular case, Carl played him. He played that character, or the actor who played Carl played that character up until they killed him off of the show. But sometimes when they're young like that, as they get older, they bring in a different a different actor to play the older version of the character. And if you're not regularly watching the show, you won't know that this character is the same character, but they're using a different actor because of their age, like what age they have to now reflect. And so that's basically what was happening to a couple of characters in this particular show. Is I started seeing some new faces, and I'm looking like, who are these people? I was so confused. I was like, oh my God. So I was like, oh no. I went ahead and finished watching that particular episode. But I told my husband, I said, you know, it's hard for me to watch shows with him because he'll go ahead and keep watching. And by the time I catch up with him, he like 2 or 3 episodes ahead of me, trying to tell me what's going on. And I'm like, let me watch it myself. But in this particular case, I told him, I said, just go ahead and watch it whenever it come on, because I can't. I have to go back. I left off at season 5. So now I got to go back and watch 6 through 8 so I can figure out what the heck 9 is going on at 9. So that's what it took me a while too, because this show, it was very intense. So anyway, yeah, so I have this list of television shows that I want to see. Oh, for those of y'all who don't know, I love me some Journey Smollett. I love me some Journey from way back when she was on Full House, and she used to say it's a brain tumor. I love me some Journey. Journey came out with she's in a new movie that's on Netflix, and it just aired on the 23rd of September. It's called Luke. The lady that's in it, she had me jacked up for a quick second, because I kept saying, is that comedian? I kept asking my husband. He was like, what comedian? I said, that looked like that comedian. I couldn't think of what her name was. I couldn't even remember, because she had a TV show as well. I couldn't even remember the name of the TV show to Google the TV show. So I had to Google white comedians with television shows. And I was able to sort through them to figure out who. I was talking about, and I think her name is Brett or Brett something. I can't. Anyway, she used to she played her TV show was Grace Under Fire. So the lady that's in the movie with Journey looks just like the lady, the comedian who had the TV show Grace Under Fire. But these are two different people. And I'm like, stuff like that messed me up, because I be telling my husband, yes it is, this is such and such a person. He be like, babe, no, it's not. And then when we look up the characters, you know, the actors, like the cast, I find out it's not the person I thought it was. So this time I didn't say that. I just kept saying it looked like, you know, the comedian that had that TV show, and he couldn't figure out what I was talking about because I wasn't being very specific. So anyway, yeah, so if y'all haven't seen that, the movie is called Lou, L-O-U. And Lou is the character that I'm talking about that looked like the comedian that had the Grace Under Fire show. So anyway, when I tell you it's a great storyline, some of it's a little predictable, but it was just good to see her on the screen, because I love her acting. She is just, to me, she's always been a phenomenal actress. And I think because what I used to do is I used to do these features on entertainers, whether they're actors, singers, whatever. And I think I'm going to do a feature on her. I love her. I absolutely love watching her on screen. So, because she was in that Lovecraft something. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That TV show, Lovecraft something. That girl can act her butt off. But anyway, yeah, so I have this long list of shows that I have to catch up on. I did go see The Woman King, and I enjoyed it. My husband and I were going to go to the movies yesterday, and I was just going to see it again so he could see it, because he wanted to see it, but we decided not to go anywhere. But yeah, so that's another thing, is that I do the creator shout out, so you'll be seeing those, and I'm gonna stick with the Tuesday release. You will see like more cooking and recipe type situations. I am starting to do more shorts and reels, trying to get familiar with posting and stuff like that. It's hard to tell, like, when stuff is going to Facebook and Instagram, and you know, because I know the reels feed back and forth if you have it set up right, so that way you don't have to post it twice. And then I posted on all 3 of the TikToks. One of my reels got 2,500 views, and one of them got like 7,600 views, and I'm like, well, god dog. But they both were recipe shorts. Oh yeah, and then that's the other thing, is trying to post them on YouTube as a short. But yeah, so I'm now just kind of looking at what needs to happen for me to be monetized on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I don't know if I'm ever going to. I'm not going to drive myself nuts about it, because I don't remember what platform I read, but I remember reading you have to have 1,000 followers, and you have to have 100,000 views, and I think whatever platform it is, there are 4 requirements. The first 2 I meet, because they got it checked off. The one about No, that's not right, because it said 10. I think it said 10,000 followers and 100,000 views. So that's where I ain't nowhere near that. Like on my on my Facebook, I think it is, I got like 900 and something. And the other two platforms, one of them I got like 300 and something, and one of them I got like maybe 4, something like that. So the numbers are too low for me to be trying to. I don't want a repeat of what happened with YouTube. I was grinding so hard to get monetized on YouTube, and it's really a disappointment, because all the work that I did to get monetized on YouTube, by now I would have thought for sure that I would be bringing, my subscriber count would be up higher, and I would be bringing in more revenue. But what happened was, I was grinding so hard to get monetized on YouTube, and then I got sick, and I was off of YouTube. I want to say I maybe posted a handful of times over a year's period. I wasn't pushing my current content, and even though I have hundreds and hundreds, I had hundreds of videos before I even knew about that you could even get monetized on YouTube. I was just posting for fun. So by the time people started, watching my videos and stuff, I had a whole lot of content for them to look at. And I was doing like the ride with me's, and I was doing like lunchtime vlogs where I was talking about different topics. I had a series called Let's Talk, I think it was like Let's Talk About It, or something. Let's Talk About. And then I'd be like, let's talk about hygiene, let's talk about mental illness, let's talk about blah blah blah. So I thought I put out some pretty good content, and it's mostly, I guess, just people don't know who I am. My count keeps going up and down. I mean, as it normally does. But it's people that I got monetized with that got like 4,000 and 5,000 subscribers now. I'm still sitting at 2,000 something, 2,100, 2,157, something like that. But again, that's my own fault, because I just wore myself out. I got sick, y'all. I got sick, and I wasn't sure exactly what was going on and what was going to happen and stuff like that. But I couldn't focus on posting content because I wasn't feeling well. And again, people learn who you are through live streams and stuff like. Yes, you can post videos, but you attract more viewers, and it's a proven fact when you go live. Because like me, a lot of times what happens, especially like channel recommendations and stuff like that, there's a filter. I need to drink me some hot lemon water, kind of clear my throat out. There's a filter on YouTube where you can filter and just see like people that are live, whether you subscribe to their channel or not. And so sometimes that's what I do. I just go and I look at the who's live and look at what their channel is about and stuff like that. And sometimes I'll pop in to different channels and stuff and just see what they talking about. And sometimes I stay in there because I like what's going on, and different things like that. And I do know that there are some channels that are growth streams. So that's what they're doing. They're actually in there to help people grow their channels and connect with other content creators and get the support that they need, like that. So, but anyway, again, like I said before, I know one of the reasons that my channel is not, wasn't growing is because I wasn't around. I wasn't there. I was off. But I was trying to support other people's channels. It's a lot of channels that content creators that they were, like I said, they were grinding at the same time that I was, that aren't really dealing with YouTube like, you know, like we were. A lot of people have changed over to a different platform because they feel like YouTube is not benefiting them anymore, and they just feel like, you know, it's a waste of their time to put all the work into these videos on YouTube, and they're not really seeing the revenue that they were. There's a lot of people who content creators who are not, they went to a different platform because they feel like YouTube did something to the algorithm, and so now the traffic that they were getting originally on their channel is like almost non-existent. And I remember when I did come back, one of the channels that tripped me out, because you could go into his live stream, and baby, it's almost like if his live stream was a house party, it would be standing room only. It's like it was so many people in his live stream at any given time. It didn't matter when he went live. If you went into his live stream, it was always packed. And that is where I got I think that's where I got his live stream is the one that helped me. It really helped me get monetized as far as my subscriber count. TR X. I love that dude. He is amazing to me. And it just blew me away, because when I, you know, the last time I went in his live stream, it was like crickets, you know, and I was like, where? And I was asking people that I recognized, because it was still some people in there that I remember, and I was asking people that I recognized, you know, where is everybody? And people were basically saying the same thing. It's a lot of people that is no longer on YouTube. They have a channel, but you won't really, like some of the people that I say grew up in the YouTube streets with, like my channel took off and we got monetized and all that stuff. I go to their channel to try to check on them and support them, and I see that they haven't posted a video in over a year or more. But I connect with them on Instagram and TikTok, and they posting over there like regularly. Not a whole lot of people. I know people got Twitters, but people are not really posting stuff on Twitter, you know, like it used to be back in the day. I was never really a fan of Twitter, but yeah. So anyway, we riding in. Where am I? I was trying to see where I was to see. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm making good time. I'm probably still going to be a little bit late, y'all, because I had tummy issues this morning, and your girl got in the car. The garage was up, cranked the car, and all of a sudden, my body started talking to me. I say, oh my God. So I had to cut the car off, let the garage down, go back in the house. So it put me about 10-15 minutes behind schedule, because I like to, you know, give myself an extra cushion in case, you know, the traffic is a little backed up for whatever reason. And then also because, you know, it prevents me from feeling like I'm rushing. I don't like to be late. That's a pet peeve of mine. And I don't like to feel rushed, because my brain processes stuff differently when I feel like I'm being rushed than if I have time, you know, if I'm taking my time to get where I gotta go and do what I gotta do. But yeah, so I have a lot more to say, but cause for some reason she talking quite a bit this morning. We already at 30 minutes on this video. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I don't know if I'm coming back, because I don't know if this phone can handle any more footage. I'm surprised it hadn't cut off. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. So probably, if I come back, it'll probably just be to end the vlog, and it'll probably have to be once I actually make it home, because I think I'm probably gonna have to dump this footage off of here in order to film, to film anymore. So, but I'm not that far from work. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, and I will catch y'all on the other side of this day. And I hope the mic helped. I really hope the mic helped. I'm gonna listen to it when I get to work. But then again, I'm gonna listen to it when I get to work. But it may not make a big difference, because I notice when I listen to it on this phone versus when I listen to it after I pull the footage off on my computer, it's the quality is different. So I'm gonna listen to it when I get to work. But I don't think it's gonna make a difference, because hearing it when I get to work is not gonna really tell me if this mic did what it was supposed to do. So y'all, but I holla at ya. Okay, y'all, so I made it home. Obviously, I didn't come back and do any more vlogging, but I am home and I'm extremely tired. I had to stop by the grocery store, try to figure out what's going to happen for dinner. So I'm just going to go ahead and end the vlog here. But y'all know we don't do so without saying, love yourself, love somebody else, and until next time, y'all take care. Bye.